Hey actors, it's Wendy Alane Wright, the Hollywood Talent Manager, live from Los Angeles, California. I'm just going to get it straightened again. I just feel like it. So I just washed it and conditioned it, and now it's going to be straightened again. Just in case you're wondering why I look ridiculous. Anyway, I just got an email that said somebody wants me to do a video on pilot season. Is it worth coming out to LA for pilot season? Also, what are the best dates to come? So let me explain pilot season to you guys so you understand what this is about. It's from January through April every year. And pilot season is when all the new pilots come out in the breakdowns, and managers and agents are all trying to get their clients onto these new projects that maybe get picked up by networks. And if we do, we'd have some series regulars, in which we would love, because then the actor makes a lot of money, and so do we. The reason they want actors who are here for pilot season is because auditions come out of the blue. They come very sporadically. So if you live in another state, it's never going to work for you to be here to audition for pilot season, really. I mean, the reason why is, let's say you have an agent or manager and we submit you for a project, whether it's a pilot or not. You get an audition on Monday. I call you and say you have an audition on Monday. You say, I'm in Oklahoma. I said, well, that's when the audition is. Okay, let's say you go to that audition. They want to see you again next Thursday. What do? Fly home? Fly back? Got to be here, right? Then say you have another audition for another project on Thursday. You go to that audition. There's another call back next Tuesday. Then you don't have any auditions for 2 weeks, and then you have another audition, and you have one on Thursday, Friday. You have another one next Tuesday, then you don't have any for a week. Are you planning on flying back and forth and back and forth and back and forth every 4 days, every week, from wherever you live to LA? No, you're not. You've got to be here. So agents and managers suggest that actors who want to be available for auditions come to LA during pilot season and stay for 3 to 4 months. Does that mean you can't fly home if you really, really need to? Of course you can fly home if you really, really need to. But if an actor comes to me and says, I want to be on your roster, I live in bumfuck Oklahoma, and but I really want to be on your roster, and I say, well, you have to be here in LA, and they say, well, I can't do that. Well, I don't take that client on. Never, 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 never. Because all of a sudden I'll get an email for an audition, and that person's not even in town. It's useless to me. I, as well as most other agents and managers, would like the clients to be here in the state. Now, what's the exception? The exception is if I know there's an incredibly amazing talent living in Canada, India, Brazil, North Carolina, somewhere, and I want to represent them, but they're not going to move here. I can decide that I will look out on the breakdowns for projects that I know they are exactly right for, and only submit them on the most important ones. So I have a client who lives in India. He is a star there. He just landed another TV series, and I am always watching the breakdowns for roles that require a gorgeous drop-dead Indian man, young, handsome, leading man kind of Indian guy who's also really funny. And if I see a breakdown like that come up, I will ask if I can put him on tape for that. And that means the casting director will watch a tape that he sends in. And if they really, really, really want to see him, he will pay to fly here and audition. And that's only for major roles. That's not for small roles like little co-star roles or 5 and under. That's for like series regular or leads in films. Okay, so sometimes people live outside of the state, and their manager or agent signs them, and that client comes here for a couple of months and really gets into the auditions, and the casting directors get familiar with the client, and then they go home in the summer. They go hang out at home, and then they maybe come back for 2 or 3 months in episodic season, which is September to November. And then the casting directors get to know them a bit more, and then they go back home. And now when we submit them, we can do a little bit of that while they live out of state, because the casting directors are somewhat familiar with them. They might have auditioned for those casting directors before. And so if it's for a bigger role, we could say to the casting director, can they go on tape? And the casting director will say, sure, I'd like to see their tape. Or no, we're only doing in-person auditions. So that's how pilot season works, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of projects are cast all year round nowadays. Not to say there aren't 1,000 pilots that come out during pilot season, because there are. In fact, my inbox was inundated with new pilots and scripts this pilot season. I haven't had a minute to myself other than posting on Facebook every once in a while and doing these videos. I am reading scripts nonstop and submitting nonstop and scheduling appointments and auditions nonstop. And so this is also not a really good time to find a new manager or agent, because we're busy, with the clients we already have. To try to get, to vet you and interview you and get you all set up on all these online profiles. Pilot season is never the time to look for a new manager or agent. You really want to try to look before pilot season, which would usually be like the beginning of January. After pilot season, which would be the entire month of May, June, July, August. Those are great times to look for a new manager or agent. And that's it for now. I think I'll do another video about that, getting a new agent and when to look. Be sure you're subscribing to this amazing channel that is here just for you. Read my ebooks. You will learn more than you ever thought, and you will figure out how to do your career in a way you've never thought of, because I know way more than you do, and I can help you get where you want to go faster and cheaper. Just saying. And leave me your comments below, because I answer them, and I love you. See ya. Bye, actors.